Morning, everybody. Billy Joe Royale here on WHTL's Coffee with Brian, and it wouldn't be a Monday morning without having Butch Alama and Dave Carlson in here talking about all the great sports that went on this weekend. Boy, it was a weekend, wasn't it?
It was a weekend. And,
Dave got frequent flyer miles.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah, right. Burning up the freeways here. Let's jump right into sports, Brian. The Mondovi Buffaloes are advancing to the state semifinal this Friday night in Division 6 football. They beat the Eau Claire Regis Ramblers 35-28 in what I am deeming an instant classic up at Carson Park.
It was it wasn't probably. It was the best football game we did this year.
I think it's the best football game we've had in the 3 years I've been doing it.
You could be right. I don't think I can argue with the man.
Mondovi rushed out to a 15-0 lead in the first half. Bodie Faulkner getting the second touchdown with a 10-yard rush just before the end of the quarter. And then, of course, Regis, you knew they were not going to go away, right? They got a 15-yard touchdown run with about 2 minutes left in the second quarter. 2-point conversion made it 15-8 at the halftime. And in the second half, they chipped away again. Got a touchdown, a 22-yard, or actually a 1-yard rushing touchdown. PAT made it 15-15, and that's where Butch was starting to get a little nervous. I was too. I'll be honest with you. He said, "Oh boy," and. Then what happened? Bodie Faulkner, Mr. Superb sophomore, a 78-yard rushing touchdown with about 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Conversion failed, so it was 21-15 Mondovi. That held up for a little while, and then Mondovi actually got a touchdown from Bodie Faulkner again, a 2-yard TD, made it 27-15. You're starting to feel good again. But here comes Regis again. They complete a pass for a touchdown. It's 27-21, and then Mondovi punts with about 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, and Regis returns at, what was it, like a 78-yard touchdown return?
It was close to 70, I believe, yeah. Wow.
And it's 27-27 PAT by Regis, 28-27 with 4 minutes to go, and it's do or die time for the Buffaloes. But they march down the field. Bodie Faulkner completes a 4-yard pass to Bo Spindler for the touchdown, and the 2-point conversion was good, and it was 35-28. And the game sealed by Blake Williamson, who intercepted his third ball of the game for Mondovi with about 5 seconds left down around the 20-yard line. And not surprisingly, Blake Williamson and Bodie Faulkner are co-players of the game, the Napa Parts and Performance Blair and Independence Player of the Game. Faulkner had 8 carries for 116 yards, 3 touchdowns. He was 14 for 19 passing with 196 yards and a touchdown. And Williamson, we mentioned the 3 interceptions. So, yeah, it was... I'm out of breath just thinking about that. But, yeah, they'll advance to face the Edgar Wildcats. Come back to that.
Power in Division 6.
Yep, come back to that in a minute. Heritage Christian ended up winning the Division 4 state volleyball tournament. Of course, they knocked the Blair Taylor Wildcat ladies out on Thursday in a semifinal. And then Oosburg, the Flying Dutchman, ended up winning the D4 state boys soccer tournament in overtime. Against,
really? I knew they won
against Sturgeon Bay. Sturgeon Bay, those boys got to be tired. They played double overtime, or played a full 20-minute overtime period on Thursday night to get past Arcadia, and then played another full 20-minute overtime period on. So those Sturgeon Bay Clipper boys got their money's worth at state. And, boy, what could have been. But it was an exciting. So, Edgar Wildcats, Butch, I did a little bit of my homework on them, and they're not an offensive juggernaut necessarily. I mean, they put up some points, but it looks like their calling card is really defense. I was looking.
In a rushing game.
Yep, and it's their secondary, too. They've got 19 interceptions on the season.
Wow.
So, I think Wildcats going to have to watch out for that. They're pretty much a run first, and this is like the second team that Mondovi's played in the playoffs that's been a run first. Like Abbotsford
was very much
almost ran the ball exclusively. Bangor, they like to run the ball, got forced into passing situations, and when that happened, you could tell they didn't look uncomfortable. Even on Friday night, Regis likes to run the ball, but situations dictated that they got away from that, and then you saw it happen. 3 interceptions, and those 3 interceptions by Blake Williams, and I tell you, every one of them were drive stoppers. The Ramblers were on the move.
Yes.
And, so, boy, if Blake Williamson doesn't come up with any of those interceptions, the game totally could have been a different result.
Absolutely. And
But-
I think just to go back a little bit to Thursday, Mike and Laura were in Green Bay at the Rush Center. A great season by the Blair Taylor Wildcats. I don't think they'd ever been to sectionals in volleyball before.
Oh, wow.
This year, much less go to state. Dave Cully did a great job in coaching these young ladies, and they got a lot to be proud of. And Arcadia soccer program is just growing. You've had a chance to talk with Luis a couple of different times now, and they're excited not only about making it to state this year, but what they've got coming and the numbers they have out. They're building themselves into quite a little soccer powerhouse here in western Wisconsin.
Yeah, 3rd trip to state since 2020, and this one was. I tell you, it was an experience calling a soccer game. I said on the air, I know soccer because I coached it. My kids played it, but you get out there and you try to convert what you're seeing with your eyes to something that you can convey over the radio waves. It's a challenge, but I'm glad that we did it. And Butch and I already talked. You probably will see a couple of soccer games on our regular season fall schedule next year.
Yeah,
we got opportunities to do it. We're going to take advantage of it. But
Yeah.
like I said, a big shout out to both Arcadia Soccer and Blair Taylor Wildcat Girls Volleyball. Thanks to Laura. She did just almost all of the games this year for volleyball. Did a great job with us. Thanks to Mike for filling in and going to Green Bay. And a great season for Luis Cruz and his crew up there at Arcadia in Division 4, correct? Boys soccer. And like Dave said, they've got good things coming down the road. And we still have one going on in high school football.
Yeah. I think this could be another instant classic.
Yeah.
We didn't mention it, but the game is on a neutral site because it's level 4 of the playoffs, state semifinals. So the game will be up at Stanley Boyd High School,
On Friday night.
which I have not been there. You've been there.
Yeah, nice facility. Little tidbit here. After the very first football game of the year, which was GET at Mondovi, and Dave Carlson and I were talking after the game about how young the Mondovi Buffaloes were at a number of skilled positions, and he said, I'm going to make a prediction. And I says, okay, what are you going to predict? He says, not this year. They're young. But I predict next year the Mondovi Buffaloes, I'm not going to say they win state, but they're going to make it to the state finals when all these kids are juniors. Well, they're really close to kind of proving you wrong and right.
I never ruled out that they would do it this year. I said that I thought they had a team that could get to level 3 and maybe get out of level 3. But yeah, I felt right at the beginning of the season like this was a team that was going to break that 2-year run where they got knocked out in level 2 and get to level 3. And when it turned out that it was them and Regis, well, you knew that was going to be.
That's a Donnybrook.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge, but if you need any motivation to get up for a game, to get a chance to beat your conference rival that beat you on a Hail Mary in week 7, you're going to be able to get up for that game. And the Buffaloes did. I mean, every time that it looked like Regis had the momentum, Mondovi came storming back.
They did. And kudos to the whole program there, both Regis's and Mondovi, 2 outstanding, consistent quality programs here in West Central Wisconsin. And from the rosters that we looked at on Friday night, don't be surprised if you see them in level 3 or 4 against each other next year, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Regis, what did they have for numbers? Like 70, 80 kids out?
They had
like
67, I think, dressed that night.
Wow.
So for a Division 4 school, that's a lot of kids.
Yep. Anyways, that's sports.
All right.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys so much.
Except for, Bucks disappointed yesterday against the Houston Rockets.
Badgers got to win, though.
Badgers got to
Badgers
win. I mean, they stormed the field for crying out loud. How far we have fallen that beating
Washington.
Washington ends up storming the field.
Well, thanks a lot, Brian.
Yep.
We appreciate it. We'll be back for sure next Monday with a wrap-up of what happens on Friday night.
And hopefully a preview of the state championship game
there you go.
in Division. So, didn't mention CFC, Cochrane Fountain City Pirates, still in it as well. They'll be playing in a state semifinal on Friday night as well.
And they play Oshkosh Lords in
Wisconsin Rapids. Yep.
All right.
So we got 2 local teams going strong yet.
Very cool. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. We're going to get right into your headline news and weather here on Coffee with Brian.
your hometown location. 102.3 WHTL, Whitehall, Wisconsin.
Morning's really rough. We all have really bad luck. Always driving a broke down truck, just trying to make a buck. So let's have coffee, coffee.